Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brittany of BrittanyJJones.com, and this video is my DIY Christmas gift collaboration. I've collabed with some amazing stores, and we're going to be bringing to you some really cool and awesome DIY gifts for the people that are on your Christmas list. For me, I decided to go with the gift of hair care. We all need to protect our hair. I don't care if you're natural, relaxed, maybe you have dreads, baby hair, it all needs to be protected. And in this video, we're going to be making a reversible bonnet cap. Some of the supplies that you would need for this video. This right here is some satin fabric that I grabbed from my local store, but I only got a half a yard for it. I would say make sure you get a yard just to be safe, especially if you're cutting for yourself, which is an adult. If you're cutting for a child, you probably can get away with half a yard. This black right here is what I'm going to be making myself, and it was cut from a yard of fabric. Once you have that, you will need a ½ inch of elastic. You will need some pins. I'm going to be marking with some chalk, but you can use whatever marking tool that you want. Make sure that you have some scissors. And the last thing you will need is a measuring tape. So once you have all your supplies, let's get started. Now the first thing that we're going to do for our fabric is, usually when you bring it home from the store, it will look a little something like this. You have your salvage edges here, your cut edges here, and your fold here. But for this tutorial, we're going to turn everything lengthwise, bringing your fold here and your salvage edges here and here. So once you have that lined up, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take one edge of it, put your finger down somewhat in the middle. I can tell it's the middle because I have this line here. I'm using this as my middle guide. So I'm going to put my hand here in the middle, and I'm going to fold it over to that line. Now for a child's head, I recommend going about maybe 9 inches. For an adult head, you can go 12, 13 if you need to, but I would just stick between 12 and 13. So for this video, I'm going to take it down 8 inches. So measure down, this is my start, this is my 8 inches, and then you can go ahead and lightly mark your fabric. And then we're just going to pivot from the top, pivot all the way around. Okay, so once you have it all marked, you can go ahead and pin it down just to secure it while we're cutting so nothing like shifts and moves. So I'm going to go ahead and put some pins in mine. So once you have it all pinned, now we can go ahead and connect our lines. Once you have your lines connected, now we can go ahead and cut around that line. So grab your scissors and let's cut that out now. Now, if you didn't want your bonnets to be reversible, you could just serge these ends, fold them in, and then make a casing for your elastic, and then you'll be done. But because we're going to do one reversible, we need to cut another piece identical to this. So now we can go ahead and take the other side of our fabric. And I'm going to use this line as a guide for my middle, and I'm just going to fold that over. And so now, since we already have a piece cut out, we can just use that as a guide. So just lay that on top. You can pin that down so that it is together with through all pieces. Just pin it down. Once you have it pinned, you can cut around it the same exact way. And now you have 2 identical pieces for your bonnet cap. Okay everybody, so I'm going to start working on my black bonnet cap right now. While I was doing justice, I kind of went about it the hard way, the longer way of doing it. And while I was doing it, I realized, wait a minute, I'm causing myself more time on this than it needs to be. So I'm going to start working on mine right now. So with right sides together, put your 2 pieces together. And then you're going to take 2 pins, just put them in and separate them, leave a space between them big enough that you'll be able to flip the whole bonnet cap out once you're done sewing it around. And that's what I did right there. I'm going to leave that open, and I'm going to pin around the rest of the bonnet cap. Once you have it all pinned around, this is my opening right here. I still have it open. I did not close it, so make sure that you have yours open, and then we can sew around that, back stitching at one pin, sewing it around, and then back stitching at the other, making sure to leave that spot open. So once you have it sewn down, find your opening and turn your bonnet cap right sides out. So right now I'm just flipping everything inside out. And then what you want to do is start pressing it down. Press really close to make sure everything is even on the edges. So press around the edges just to make sure everything is nice and crisp. Everything pressed out, the next thing for us to do is put a stitch 5/8 of an inch away from the edge. We're not going to stop at the opening. We're going to sew all the way around. This will create the casing for the elastic. Once you have that sewn, go ahead and measure around your head with your elastic so you know how long of a piece you need. Put your safety pin on one end and just start to guide it through your hole, your opening. Make sure that you don't lose the other end, and just take your time and gather all the way through. Once you have your elastic through, the next thing for us to do is to remove our safety pin, line up our elastic, and then you're going to sew your elastic closed. So right here, I'm just making sure I don't have any, my elastic didn't roll over, and now I can go ahead and sew it down. Once you have it sewn down, the last thing to do is to close up that opening. You can either slip stitch it or sew it really close to the edge. And that's it. Your reversible bonnet cap is all done. I really do hope that you enjoyed this easy, quick DIY project. This would be great to give out for family and friends, especially to stuff in stockings. Up next, now Christmas gift collab, is Leah from Lovely of Life. She's going to be doing an awesome tutorial tomorrow, so make sure that you check her out. Her information is down in the description box below. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below. And I'll see you all in the next video. Blessings, everyone. Bye.